Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. This one is 40 acres of land for $8,499. It's in Apache County, Arizona. Apache County is the northeastern part of Arizona, and I've always loved Apache. Apache was one of the counties I really started doing land deals in. Not the first county, but one of the first, because you could buy properties there and people would buy them. People would buy them because they can roll up in their RV the same day and start camping on the property. And the locals don't run them off, and they don't chase them off, and the culture's just set up for that, and it's just easy. Since then, people have told me there's actually rules and regulations against that, and I say, really? I've had hundreds of people like go for it, no problems. And usually if there's a problem, the sheriff's calling me right away, you know. But I've never had, I've talked to the sheriff in Apache County a couple times, and it's usually about locked gates or fences, and they always help. They tell you who the rancher is that owns that gate, and they like help you wiggle your way through one way or another because you're a landowner. One time I had some people out looking at some property, and they drove through a gate, not this property, but somewhere else in the county. And then they spent the day there, they picnicked there and everything. And then they drove back and the gate was locked, like padlock on it. And they're like, what the heck? How do we get out of here? And so they called me and they didn't know what to do. I called the sheriff, and the sheriff went over and helped them. And the sheriff figured out where they were, drove like an hour out around the fence somewhere and back, and then got them and had them drive an hour out around the fence to get back to the highway. No charge. Just nice as can be. Just always so helpful in Apache County. So that's what I'm trying to convey to you. Apache County has been really helpful to me, people that bought land from me and traded with me and stuff. So here we are, Apache County, 40 acres. This one is on RealVacantLand.com. It's owned by Felicia and Andrew Geisenbeck, and they've got their email and their phone number on the website. You can call them and you can ask them questions. They paid somebody to go out there and get pictures of the property and get drone shots of the property. And they also own the one next door, so there's 40 acres next to this as well. So there's two 40 acres. They're asking the same price for each one. If you saw the previous video about the other one next door, that's what's going on. There's two of them next to each other, and they're using the same pictures because it's kind of hard to tell which ones are which. And you go out there, with the GPS coordinates, and you'll be able to tell. But this is what the countryside looks like. There's a bunch of rocks, a bunch of wide openness. It backs up to these hills. I'm going to pull up some 3D stuff and show you where these hills are. And again, I like that one little rock up there. I'd want to put my name on it or something, whitewash it. Yeah, so there's some pictures, and there you go. So yeah, video footage of the property, the real property. You can look around, tour the whole thing online. So cash price up here, $8,499. Buy it now, clickety click, and it's yours. Or if you want to do payments, they give you a couple different options, starting at like $500 down and $300 a month, up to like $1,500 down and $500 a month. And so you could, and if you want some other plan, they'll probably work with you on that too. So you can get it financed. You can do owner financing if you want to on this property. So they've got the legal description out there. They've got a bunch of information, all kinds of good information about the property. This line down here is my favorite. It says GPS coordinates of the property. So you can go out there and you walk around the property, like, look it up on your phone. There's the northwest corner, the southwest corner, east, corner. Go figure the thing out. I'm going to pull it up on some other maps here, so it might be a little bit harder to walk to every single corner when you see this next map, but you'll get the idea. When you go walk 40 acres, you'll be like, oh, walk one of the lines, be like, yeah, that's good enough. I understand. It's a lot of land. 40 acres is a good piece of land. So let's take a look at this one. I take people out to like 5-acre properties, and they don't want to walk the whole lines because it's too much for them. So here we go. This is neighborscoop.com. The other property that they have for sale is right here. And there's a little note on here. The topography, they're saying 5,725 foot. That's the peak. That's on the neighboring property. So if you bought two 40s, you have an 80 acres, and that you have like the highest piece of land around that the map's pointing out. Because this other one down here, that's like 5,600 foot. But this is the top of the the pile. So it's pretty flat up here, and then there's a stream that runs like along this ridge, and then it gets to these mountains. So I was explaining in the last video about this property next door that you'd want to be facing south to get the sun to come in the winter time to warm the place up. Not that it gets that cold in the winter, but just, you know, that's how you want to build. And then this mountain range would be down here. You'd be looking at the mountains. And so you could drive in and then have your house and look at the mountains, which I think is pretty cool. But you got to go out there you figure out the directions you like and everything else. Don't just take it from me. So that neighboring property over there had a pond on it. For the same price, I'd probably grab the one with a pond first. But this one's got, like, if you got horses and stuff, this looks like this one's got more usable ground. This one's got more topography in the ground. And then over here, you've got topography in it as well, which gives it character, right? It's not just flat, wide open, nothing square. I mean, I sold lots of those too, but the ones with character are the ones that get people's attention, and they usually go a lot faster. So there's road, I mean, road access, people driving through it. There's a couple of houses in the area, not that much, but a couple homesteads in the area. So you know they're getting in and out of there, know the roads work. And I'll zoom out here and show you where we're at. So there's a railroad track over here. There's Highway 40, like up over there where I can't reach that far. If I bring it down here, I can reach it. So here's Interstate 40 up here. There's the property. And that way to Flagstaff, that way to Gallup, New Mexico, or further up would be Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you take different roads south, like I can't do that so well. Yeah, down that way you get to Phoenix. We'll zoom out. I'll point out Phoenix. Let's see. Well, okay. So property's up here. Supplies are down here. Phoenix is over here. So there's Phoenix. But you've got like Home Depot and Walmart and that kind of stuff here. Property's up here. Interstate 40 goes just north of it. So if you're coming from Reno, or if you're coming from San Francisco or something, or Albuquerque or whatever's east of there on the 40, that's you'd come in from that way. If you're coming from Phoenix, you're flying in, or you're coming from Phoenix, you probably want to fly into Phoenix and jump the mountains over there. There's a bunch of different roads you could take. Just Google route trip it. You'll see. Yeah, so let's pull up. Let's see if I can get the 3D going on Google Earth again like we did last time. And so this is all coming from neighborscoop.com data, and yeah, it's just brilliant. Like that website, you click on the property, you get the phone number of the owner. I still can't get over that phone number of the owner. It's like, hey buddy, I need an easement over here. I need a, you know, do you mind if I, whatever, like neighborscoop.com. You can go get it for like the day or the week or the month if you're trying to get that kind of information. It's a pretty cool website. They got me on the beta testing side in the front end, so I'm sponsored on it. And I'm just eternally grateful to the guys that made that. But it's a really useful tool. It's not just me promoting it for self-promotion or whatever you call it. So here's the road coming in, and here's the mountains to the side. And it looks like there's a place over here, like if you had the 40 next door, you could probably drive around to the top of these mountains on your property. Or you might have to talk to the neighbor and see if they'll give you access to get up to the top. But I don't think you get much of any of the top on this property. Like, you're not going to have really a building site on the top if you wanted to have a top of the mountain building site. It's just hard to get water and stuff up there. It's probably windier. And so down here probably makes a lot more sense anyway. But it'd be fun to have like a little cabin up on a ridge, or what I'd probably do is I'd put a observatory up on the ridge. I was riding my bike down the street the other day, and one of the houses was cleaning out their garage, and they had all the stuff in the driveway and trying to get rid of it all. That big telescope, like just monster telescope. I'm like, oh man, that'd be great. I don't have enough room to keep a telescope, but property like this, I mean, I'd go build a little observatory deck thing on the hill. That'd be fun. Go out there at night, go look at the stars. Great if you have guests that come over or something to do. Up on the top of the hill would be a great place to do it, away from the lights of the house or anything. So there's just a big wide open area. Just go for it. Go have fun. There's your land. Let me get out of this screen. So we're back. I'm going to take you back to ruralvacantland.com. And again, we've got buttons over here. So if you want to go for it, click, click, click. Fill out the buttons, fill out the forms, make it yours. And if you have more questions about the property, I mean, you can try to hit them up in the comments. I'll try to answer the comments as much as I can. But the best way to do it would be to call Felicia. Her phone number is right up here. And you can get that by hitting the link in the description below. It'll take you back to my website. And go enjoy it. Go take a tour of these properties, guys. Just go check it out. Go see it. I mean, it's usually the first person to go look that actually goes out and looks at these properties, takes off with them. It's pretty rare that people go look at it and then they call me back and they're like, tell me whatever's wrong. But it happens, and I don't want that to be you. So go look at it and then buy it. Just makes it so much easier for everybody. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.